My name's Stuart Brisgell. That's David Solomon. This is the Rant Network, hosted by us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern. We bring you unfiltered, uncensored conversation on a wide range of topics, constantly looking for what is the deepest part of the story, giving it to you unopinionated. Join us as we dive into news, pop culture, and so much more. Rants about absurdity, modern life, discussions, and deeper issues like genocide. You know, guys, sit back, relax. This is going to be a wild ride. You know, David and I were chatting, and people are talking about the people rallying in the street to be reminiscent of 1939. Why are we referencing Nazism to neo-Nazism to today's actions in the streets? Whether they are in New York, the college campuses around the world, doesn't matter. Why does a Jew have to explain himself and keep explaining himself where anyone else in the world does not? I mean, we all don't forget Floyd, the tragic death of a guy who was murdered. George Floyd. Well, he wasn't a good guy, but he deserved to die. But the world broke out with a movement. People tearing the streets apart, defending this guy as being an all saint. Where are the same people defending the real videos of murdered women and children and elderly, kidnapped women and children, people from Hamas holding a baby and a gun to the baby's head? This isn't our video. This is their video. This isn't our war. This is their war. We're not occupying land. They are. We're not attacking their land. They are. They're the ones putting their civilians in harm's way. We're not. We're bombing leaflets. We're bombing text messages. We're putting on every airway known to man. Get out. The people you allow govern you are murdering women and children, crossing borders to murder these people. Your leaders that you have allowed to be in power are the ones to blame. But it's not the Israelis. You know what? There's also another story. Why are the Israelis taking so long to go into Gaza? There's a very famous battle in Jewish history where the Maccabees stood around a garrison for days and days and days, waiting to attack. It almost destroyed the people within the gate because they saw the vast army waiting to go in. May this torture you, the civilian stuck there, to leave your oppressor. Your oppressor is Hamas. Your oppressor is the Ayatollah Khomeini. Your oppressor is Hezbollah. It is Iran. It isn't Israel. Israel wants sababa. Come drink Turkish coffee, drink with me, eat with me, make money with me. It's Hamas, Hezbollah, Ayatollah Khomeini, who are preaching hate globally, who are murdering innocent women and children and civilians. Not because of an incursion that someone has done into their land, an attack that's gone into their land. But no, they want genocide of Jews. So if you side with genocidal maniacs, you're no different than Adolf Hitler and his Nazi Communist Party. You are a Nazi. If you support the Palestinians now in this manner, you're a Nazi. There's nothing shy of that description. Because the only modern dictionary that says an anti-Semite who wants death and destruction to Jews is a Nazi. And you know what? AOC, Tlaib, Omar, Bush, I can go on. It's just a glossy, lipstick-wearing pig. They're Nazis. And they're Nazis getting you in the street. To hate a Jew is to hate a black man, to hate a Hispanic, to hate a German, to hate an Anglophone. Preaching hate, you're not the victim. You're not representing the victim. You are the problem in this world. You are the anti-everything. You know, people blame Republicans for hating the woke. I'm sorry. They're not in the streets saying free Palestine. They're not in the streets saying death to Israel. They're not in the streets saying gas the Jews. You are. If you're defending anything other than a full eradication of Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Ayatollah Khomeini. It's not a Muslim movement. It's an extreme, radical hate movement. And it's about time the Muslim community rallied around the Jews. Because I promise you, you're not radical enough in their world or in their mind. They preach hatred. They won't let your women walk around the street. Maybe you don't want them to. They won't let your kids learn about whatever they want and go to school and become doctors and lawyers. They'll do no such thing. All they do is preach hate. David, sorry, I went off on a little tangent.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, the problem, the thing that Stuart was starting off is really where I wanted to jump off to. I can't believe that since Friday, mostly since Friday, this famous day of hate that Hamas decided to call on the entire world. Remember, the war was against Israel, but now it's against the Jews globally. But I found myself fighting protesters that I have to defend myself, Israel, that really Hamas didn't attack, that it's the Jews who initiated this. The Jews are the ones responsible for this. The Jews brought this upon themselves. Or the images of the babies and the images of the dead, they're AI generated, according to al-Jazeera. They're made up. It's Netanyahu propaganda. Israel's an occupier, as Stuart said before. Israel's to be blamed. All the mantras we've been hearing for decades, the lies that we've been hearing for decades, resurfaced. And where are they coming from? Academia. Unbelievable how the academia, we talked about this on Friday's rant, how academia is pushing this hate-filled lies. Nobody's accountable. On the weekend, somebody on LinkedIn decided to tell me, yeah, but those guys, you both hate each other, so you kill each other. What? Where's the moral equivalency here? How dare you? And I lost my mind. Like, what are you talking about? We hate Palestinians? No, we hate Hamas, as Stuart said. We hate the terrorists. Israel wants to live in peace. Bill Maher had on his show on Friday. He was really good. One of the guys said very clearly, to quote Golda Meir, the day the Arabs put down their weapons, there'll be peace in the Middle East. Not the other way around, because the day Israel puts down their weapons, there'll be no Israel. But we had to defend ourselves all weekend that Israel is the aggressor. Israel's a colonizer. Israel's killing babies. Cornel West from Harvard, who said that we target babies. This is what we've had to defend. Could you imagine, Stuart, after 9/11, going to the families of the 3,000 plus dead and saying, prove it that they got killed. Prove it that the airplanes really hit the Twin Towers. Those are manufactured. The planes? No, planes don't fly into buildings. That was George Bush's AI. He made it up. It's his propaganda. you imagine telling a rape victim, we don't believe you. Prove it that you've been raped. Could you imagine telling the people of Ukraine who were slaughtered, raped, vilified? Did anybody ask the Ukrainians for proof of Russia and their war crimes? Nope. But they demanded of Israel. The United Nations can't even bring itself to call Hamas and Hezbollah a terrorist organization. No, it's an opinion. CBC, BBC, I've talked about this. It's an opinion that there is a legitimate government. They're no legitimate anything. But yet, since Friday, since that great freaking day that Hamas put out there, Israel has been on the defensive, despite the fact that 1,300 dead, 2,500 more wounded, are being told, you're lying. I'm amazed that Hamas, who put it out themselves on social media, Stuart, they didn't do it. Don't believe it. It was manufactured by the Israelis. This is the enemy, people. If this isn't about Israel versus Palestine, and I've said it 1,000 times. Stuart brought it up. This is about humanity. This is about being human beings. Where's your fucking values? If you are really living in our society, are you barbarian? Or do you really lie? Because, Stuart, the left lies. They are doubling down like I've never seen on their lies. There's no way Israel can be a victim. No way Jews should be a victim. Jews should be like lambs, lie down, and take it like good Jews. We swore we'd never again. It's never again. And to sit here today to blame Israel for the destruction in Gaza and not point the finger. Stuart, I'm going to ask you a question. Who took in more Syrian refugees? Canada, United States, or any Arab country? Can you tell me the answer?
All the above except any Arab country.
No. Canada took in more Syrian refugees than the Arab countries and the United States. The Arabs have shut the door to their own brothers and sisters. Now Egypt is under pressure to open up the Rafah crossing in the southern of Gaza to let them in, but it's Israel's fault. Israel's to be blamed. Poland opened their doors to you 4 million Ukrainians to come through, but don't ask the Egyptians to do anything. It's all Israel's fault. The world has two standards, one for the world and one for Israel. And I am tired of fighting the fight for Israel to get some sort of moral equivalency with the rest of the world.
David, what army invades with warning?
What invades?
Israeli.
We're not invading. We're not invading. Stuart, the word is wrong.
No,
it's not an invasion.
This is their land. It's Gaza.
No.
We gave it to them.
We are not invading because an invader conquers.
No, we're not.
We're not conquering.
Correct. Sorry, misspoke, David. Misspoke. We're going into Gaza, a foreign land, right? It's not ours anymore. We gave it to them. Nope.
No.
Is it Israel or is it?
No. I'm not going to get into this technical business, but we're going in to get rid of terrorists.
Right.
Okay. The same way the United States got rid of Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, the same way the United States and the West got rid of ISIS, Israel has to do this with Hamas. Yep. And to say that they're a legitimate government is a bloody freaking lie.
I agree. I just want to see your blood pressure go up a little more today.
Oh, no, it's not high enough. Just hold on.
Okay. Guys, I hope you can speak to your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors that don't understand what's going on. PM David, PM me, PM the Rant Network. We'll get you really
folks. Stuart, let me add something here. Do your homework, people. CNN is actually not bad at it. Fox and Newsmax aren't bad at it. But even the media is distorting the truth and calling them militants and rewriting history. And they're giving you a biased version of the history. Do your homework. Do your homework. And find out the truth. Don't rely on the news. They are lying to you and misleading you, and it will get worse this week. Please.
On that note, that's the end of today's episode. Thank you for tuning and listening to the Rant Network. We hope you've enjoyed this conversation, gained some valuable insight. We appreciate your support. Join us here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern for another thought-provoking conversation. Hopefully not a monologue again. In the meantime, don't forget to follow social media. Please PM your friends, PM us. Love you.